Oh God, where am I now?
Train inbound from Sector 9 Administration.
Right, cool. We're doing this again. Today, I'm bringing you something that might have flooded the old boom shoot tube if this were 2015. See, your retro FPS throwback genre was nothing but an egg waiting to be fertilized. You know what we had back then? Well, there was Rack, and then there was Rot 2013, which we've discussed.
Fucking raw!
And the idea of a retro shooter was still stuff like Shadow Warrior 2013, which is good, you know, I like it well enough, but it's a painkiller-like. And it didn't really have the same kind of movement, enemies, and weapons you'd get in the pure classic shooters. None of them did. Rack was the closest, I guess. The retro FPS genre wouldn't be fully born again until August 17th, 2017, when the first episode of Dusk hit. That was the flashpoint. That was what I can safely say was the beginning of the retro FPS renaissance. Other people tried, and buried in my Steam library, unearthed like a cursed tomb, is Bedlam. You may never have heard of this game. You can't buy it anymore. I thought I was going crazy when I remembered this game existed. Another YouTuber found it and asked me, connoisseur of retro FPS throwbacks, if I'd ever played it. I had. It was a thing I vaguely remembered. Scottish accents, pixelated graphics, but I'll be fucked with a Monster Energy can if I remembered much else. The developer, Red Bedlam, was founded in 2001, and as far as I can tell, they released an RPG called Roma Victor, and at some point before 2015 got in touch with Scottish author Christopher Brookmyre. Brookmyre was mostly known for crime fiction and procedurals. I can't imagine the discussion that led to him writing a novel called Bedlam, in conjunction with the studio Red Bedlam, developers of one RPG. Like, how did they get a studio known for an MMO and an author known for crime stories to simultaneously write a book and develop a video game around a sci-fi concept in what was a completely dead genre? And what would that even look like? One of the reasons you may not have heard of it is because Red Bedlam only exists as a shell at this point. Nobody works there. The game Bedlam isn't for sale on Steam anymore. It's disappeared from the face of the earth. There's no Bedlam here, and there never was. The novel came out in 2013, the game followed later, and getting a copy of that novel, which is out of print, is not easy. I can't seem to get a digital version. But this ain't a book club, kids.
You should probably try not to move too much, otherwise the lasers might sever your spine.
What?
But that hardly ever happens, so don't sweat it.
Invasion force has made planetfall. All recruits, muster to your units.
Oh yeah, this is definitely pixelated and you move real fast.
What the? Wait, where the hell am I? Solder burn? Is this a joke? Is your scanner really some souped-up VR machine? Because
it looks like you've been dropped into a game somebody churned out between the release of Quake 2 and Half-Life.
Oh shit! That was not virtual pain. Can anybody hear me?
I can hear you. I can hear you faffing about when you should be reporting for duty.
Yeah, this is like an ancient Unity game, made pixelated, but you know, you need the basic physics to move boxes around. It's important, like, twice in the entire game. So imagine my surprise when I find a mirror.
Oh, Jesus, he's hideous. Looks like he face-planted a display case in Radio Shack. I'm on his side.
Decontamination. Commencing.
The knotted hemorrhoid? That was me?
Yes, we are trapped in this game, and we were spared the sequence where you get strogified.
You are with Rapier Squad. Go and join them in repelling this alien filth.
I think there's been a mistake. I'm not from here.
I don't give a fetid slug's foreskin where you're from. I'm not passing you through until you've saluted your superior officer.
Uh-huh. Where's the salute button?
Oh, fuck, I'm really sorry. I didn't mean to...
Okay, that got a laugh out of me. I can't complain about the game's writing. Good setup, fun payoff. And then the game starts.
Napier Squad, this is Lieutenant Candle. We have to secure Gamma Sector. Muster to me and take out any Gallian infantry who get in the way.
Yeah, sure, I know what most of those words mean. I seem to be shooting humans who go down quite easily from blaster fire. A blaster with no hand attached. Although it's like, they bleed squares, which is an interesting stylistic touch, though I don't recall any game ever being that pixelated. I don't know if location-based damage is a thing, because regardless of where I shoot these guys, their head or their limbs fly off.
We need to get out of Starfire. Do you read?
Did she say Starfire? Jesus, I know where this is. But that's impossible. I'm in the 90s?
Yeah, you wouldn't be so upset about that if you saw 2025.
Whoa. Where am I now? My brother's old voodoo car would never have handled this shit.
We're inside a glitch, kids. Glitches like this are usually secrets. Okay, not exactly secret, because they're accompanied by pixelization and a chromatic aberration effect. This one gives you a crossbow, which, nah. So I don't think I need to spell out for you kids what's going on. We were getting our brains scanned at the beginning, and now our consciousness is in a 90s FPS game.
Could have been worse, John. A lot worse.
Hold that thought. Now, I'm used to my starting weapon in a game like this being totally useless, but the human soldiers are weak, and hitting them once or twice usually does the job. So the shotgun must be pretty good. The fuck? I don't know how I would describe the spread on this gun. I can tell you whatever poltergeist is hitting all these boxes that don't need to be physics objects isn't me. The enemy who's carrying one of these shotguns can shoot through those boxes. The shotgun is completely useless at long and medium range. And long range is important because the enemies like to start shooting at you from across the map. And they seem to endlessly spawn in. And we have to take control of 3 points by standing in them. You know, retro FPS stuff? I mean, I get that you played Unreal Tournament. I have the crossbow, though I don't really understand the point of using it since the pistol one hits things just fine from long distances and is also a projectile weapon, and doesn't have horrible recoil.
I went to bed one night and woke up on this planet. I can't find a way back. I can't even die for more than a few seconds.
That's because we're not on another planet. We're in a game.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Who are you?
No time to explain. You need to make nice with the Marines. I'm going to alter your comms so you can hear their channels. They're dipshit NPCs, but they're better than nothing right now.
Fine, okay.
Who is this? Identify yourself!
My name is Heather Christ, that's not gonna work, is it? Oh, yeah. My name is Athena.
Which company are you with? Holy smokes, you're a Greylac!
No, they tried to make me one of them, but inside, I was still me. And now, I'm gonna make them pay.
I'm of two minds already about this game. Writing isn't bad, voice acting isn't terrible. The shooting, though, is kinda shit. Hard to notice when all the enemies go down in one hit, but you'll see. You'll all see. We gotta go save some Marines who are gonna be executed in the next room by a big boss, and you would think that an arena with jump pads would have a boss that might be able to shoot at you, or notice your presence and not...
Shit! He's calling reinforcements.
Yeah, that's terrible.
One of them isn't Bob.
What in a slurg's prolapsed rectum is going on? You're a disgrace to Graxus.
These soldiers are a disgrace to Graxus. They also go down with one well-placed shot. However, well-placed shots are also not guaranteed, since the collision on this pillar is set to block my shots. See how my crosshair is right on the face, and that shot just...
Athena, you could be just the edge we need to turn this turkey shoot right around. We're planning an assault on the Greylac's main reactor, but it's at the end of a canyon and it just turns right into a kill box. That is, unless you can take out the guard towers. You think think you can handle that for us?
Okay, well, this is the best demonstration of where the shots are going. We gotta blow up a few towers and...
That just leaves one more.
They don't really explode, or I can't see the explosion and just the glass, and it's the same enemies milling around and shooting me from across the level, and my best long-range weapon is still this pistol. No, wait! The shotgun is good now!
Fucking wrong. No wonder I'm messed up if I was playing games like this as a teenager.
Yeah, that's how that should... What the fuck?! So I travel into another glitch, and strangely, these glitches contain a bit of story about Neurosphere, the company that stole your brain and put it into this shitty FPS. And memes. I'm starting to feel like this is archaeology. Look at this meme template. There are people watching this right now who were babies when this was an acceptable meme format. And for those who are, get out of here. You're way too young to be watching this show, or any show. Go get your mom's iPad and buy Fortnite skins.
What the fuck? I was behind the wall. Goddamn hacks. Come on. I hit you like 80 bajillion times. And you still don't die? Oh, okay, you stupid hacker. Cut it out.
No.
You suck at these games.
No, not like this. Not like
Don't
this.
hate me cause I'm awesome.
Listen, as a wee child, Civvie's first deathmatch game was Quake 2. This is trauma. And it looks more like Unreal Tournament anyway. What is this rocket launcher I have to reload after every shot? In what arena FPS did you ever, like there's a big minigun and of course it also needs to be reloaded. But look, I own these fools and even get an achievement for a kill streak. MLG Killa 666 Ponage God, 2 swag for you? I hate that this is all accurate except being any fun to actually play.
Get it up, yeah. I was doing this while you were still in nappies, you wee fud.
Scottish is just a different fucking language, isn't it? Okay, back in single player, we have to overload the reactor, and I think the issue I'm having here is that the weapons are both too accurate and not accurate enough. Like trying to run and gun, you know, in the old FPS run and gun way, sucks. Everything has the most bare-bones design. Enemies don't seem to have pain states and will just continue shooting. Weapons have no real impact or punch, and they're just off. Like I fire this pistol and the projectile eventually shows up after fading into existence as if it has no connection to the gun, and has no visible impact unless you're 5 feet in front of it. This guy fires an explosive past me and I don't see it, you know, because the sprite doesn't spawn and it explodes behind me. This is the skeleton of an FPS game. Like the minigun barrels don't even spin, which I didn't notice until going over the footage again because I was so frustrated with the spread and the fact that there are practically no visual cues to tell me what the fuck I'm hitting, how powerful it is, and a goddamn glitch secret from another part of the level is fucking up my vision. So the reactor is about to explode and we leave.
I'm outside the map. I am the human wall hack.
Just got here from the Minecraft archipelago. It's almost completely under integrity control. Advise everyone to fall back to Bioshock if you don't mind the smell of fish. Almost got me in Liberty City, but Bedlam bailed me out.
What you're telling me is that I could be using functional weapons, even plasmids, and I'm stuck with these fucking pea shooters?
I'm hoping you're between worlds, so if you can hear this message, head for Calastria. There's a safe house there.
Calastria? That's from the Sacred Rain RPGs. And Minecraft? Black Mesa? What is this place?
Okay, so the integrity is bad guys, and there's a lot of people who've had their brains scanned into this thing. Never mind that. Look at the completely inanimate ASCII Rafflecopter. I'd need carbon dating to get an accurate timeline for that.
Arse Candles.
Arse Candles?
Arse Candles.
Arse Candles?
I don't remember Calastria looking like this.
What if I told you that this game gets so very much worse, so fast? We're not in boom shoot anymore, we're in military shoot. But it doesn't play like military shoot, it plays like the last thing did, except Nazi blood is round and the shotgun kinda works. If you enjoy no feedback and enemies just ragdolling, you know, like classic video games. It's almost as if getting a studio who'd only worked on an MMO before to make this kind of game. Like, I think the author had played them, but the war section, called Death or Glory, is bad. Bad enough so that I distinctly remember not playing past it. I've never seen the rest of this game because this section is, if you'll indulge me, an upchucking cluster of fuck. Okay, so a lot of these areas are copied and pasted. There's like 2 different building prefabs that you see over and over, and they're full of snipers, and you have to find a key inside this giant open level with minimal signposting inside of those prefabs that all look exactly the goddamn same. It's almost level design. It approaches the precipice of level design, looks over the edge, and says, nah. I feel like shooting Nazis with a futuristic bazooka should be more fun than this. But the game is relying on the idea of shooting Nazis with a futuristic bazooka. Old school FPS games generally didn't have shotguns that are as useless as a priest in a whorehouse, so imagine my surprise when the game whips out another one. A pump-action shotgun that does not pump, and is clearly modeled after a Winchester 1897, a gun so infamous that the Germans were crying about hacks like that kid in the deathmatch arena. 2 bad shotguns? The sheer fucking audacity of it, and making the second one weaker than the first? I'm trying to give this game a fair shake, but...
This is a cover shooter.
And the problem of enemies shooting you from across the map is made worse by the hit scan enemies. MP40 is fine, I guess, except there's enough of them so that I'm stuck in the open reloading all the damn time. This game requires a ludicrous level of accuracy, like pixel perfect. Check out the sniping. Nah, that's not a hit. This one on the right is a hit. And the sniper, well, he can shoot at me through walls.
This is a cover shooter.
And when he fires, his shots have effects that you can actually see and trace the location of, unlike my shots, which don't seem to show up at all. So when someone with an MP40 replaces that sniper and I can't tell where the shot is coming from, and as you can see, the directional indicator for that is fucking wrong. And I know, I'm supposed to use grenades to deal with the snipers. It's 3 whole levels of this, and it's exactly the same thing. Run through a massive open city section that has 2 different types of identical buildings full of hit-scanning Nazis, find a key somewhere, and use it on a door to make the loading screen happen. To know that people actually made all of this whole bombed-out city section and the models and the art, which are fine, good even, just to have it play like a shitty Unity asset flip pisses me off even more. This is where I stopped playing this game in 2015. See, my crippling and unhealthy desire for nostalgia can only take me so far through a game that butchers classic titles and then makes a fucking skin suit out of them. A studio puts out one MMO and pairs up with an actual writer, and then it's goodbye horses. The 3rd stage doesn't require you to get a key. Instead, you have to fight a boss, which is a tank, except completely stationary. So really more of a turret. Let me remind you, I've never made it this far before, so I figure the shitty World War II section is over. Oh, fuck me.
Okay, not fun. Not fun.
Oh, thank you, Heather. Should I let you bring up the sewer count too? You mind if I host my own goddamn show for a minute?
No survival horror games now, please. Just somebody please turn up the lights.
My name is Cicerus, Decurion, 2nd Legion of the Integrity. You have been apprehended in serious violation of diegetic trespass protocols.
Oh good, it's the Meta Police. Yeah, look, I know, the new set just goes up into the void.
I'll leave any time you want to show me the way back to the real world.
You misunderstand. Your real world, as you call it, is gone. Here is all there is. And it is the Integrity's vital task to ensure that the remains are here to be in. Transit between game worlds is creating a phenomenon we call the corruption. It is erasing entire worlds. Our motivation is the same one that was hardwired into our DNA back in the meatverse. Ongoing existence. Altruism would be an unlockable achievement.
Okay, we've got our villains, and we're trapped in a sewer of some kind that requires the second and last of our physics-based box-piling adventures. Surrounded by a buffet of old internet memes, OP Didn't Deliver, J.R. Bob Dobbs, the con artist messiah of the Church of the Subgenius, which I could explain to you all if I had a few days to kill, but I think showing you official video will clear everything up faster.
Repent! Quit your job! Slack off! And praise Bob!
Church of the Subgenius, eternal salvation, or triple your money back.
If that left you more confused, how the fuck do you think I feel? Of course, the important note just says, don't mess with Valve, a sentiment I've also expressed before on this channel.
A sewer level? Seriously? They're going there?
You hold on that count, Katie, because it gets worse. So anyway, Bedlam, the character, starts talking to us.
Bastards. They've activated zombie mode to slow you down. You're gonna have to fight the village ops. A first-time shot to the head usually does it.
Now I'm telling you that this is Bedlam because when he says it, he's drowned out by the zombie fighting. Now these zombies, while they're not fun to fight, and there are hordes of them, Katie, edit something in where I say something positive for the third thing so it doesn't sound like I'm being too mean. Yeah, I love them fresh and dead. God damn it. The zombies are shitty and glitchy and do melee attacks after they die because it couldn't just be a bad sewer level, could it? Long maze-like hallways of shit and zombies aren't elevated by irony. Ugh. You know, I could headshot all these zombies with the weirdly precise weapons, but...
See you at the safe house, and be warned. Things are about to get weird.
About to?
Between each game is one of these platforming areas that I think exist to deliver story without the distraction of gunfire and zombies. We do Pac-Man and Space Invaders. I don't think I need to tell you all the rules on those, except there's a boss battle with a giant ship that has a strange and pretty unreadable amount of splash damage on its attack. I get it, you can only do so much with pixels.
We're falling back to Galastria. Integrity are overwhelming Liberty City.
Goddamn licensing rights preventing me from being trapped in better games. Next up is the fantasy game Sacred Reign, where we shoot ineffectual skeletons and soldiers of the Integrity, which are basically just reskins of the soldiers we fought before. The sword we get is sometimes useful because of the fireball attack, but also has a melee swing that reaches out about 3 inches in front of you, and regardless of whether it hits anything, makes the sound of a sword clanking against metal. While the level design is still pretty bad, being either a linear path or a non-linear jaunt through well-made medieval backdrops, there's not much to talk about, and the game's attempts to do something interesting annoy me more.
The demons of the Dark Embrace!
You must mean enemies from a different game.
Nah, it's a joke, because they're actually cute. Never mind that they're basically reskins of the zombies and the gameplay is fundamentally unchanged, and how this game has maybe 3 unique enemy types throughout. Hit-scan soldier, non-hit-scan soldier, and melee hordes. Like, there was a couple of flying things and turrets in the first section, but they're gone. I mean, it's a solid gag with the first dozen or so cute creatures, and then you're right back to fighting generic soldiers with fucked-up weapons. But don't you worry, because they're about to really shake things up by throwing us into a real-time strategy game.
Behold the sprawling majesty of Age of Attrition 2. Magnificent, isn't it? I am Draco, last of the originals.
One of the originals? Oh, thank God.
No, thank me. For in this world, I am a god.
Look, Mr. Draco, I know you're in hiding from the Integrity, but you need to do something about the corruption. It's real. I've seen it.
Oh, so that's how this weapon works. See, when you pick it up, it just says this weapon has a secondary fire mode, and not use the secondary fire mode to actually make the thing useful.
That's why you're my prisoner. You see, I've done a deal with the Integrity.
You fucking what?
Yeah, okay, whoever you are. I'm gonna read that book, and this is all gonna be so clear to me, you kids aren't gonna believe it.
But if we can't travel between games, we'll never find the way back to the real world.
Haven't you worked it out yet? There is no way back. You can't go back to somewhere you've never been, and you haven't ever physically been anywhere.
Oh, okay, so I'm a brain scan living in a computer, and there aren't any real stakes in this story. Cool. I'm not concerned about the well-being of an AI chatbot with a Scottish brogue that would humiliate me in Quake 3. Actually, no, that sounds pretty good, but in my defense, I am desperately sad and lonely. Gotta sprint past the corruption while these mini-tanks plink away at me, and I eventually just start running because they don't do enough damage for it to matter. which takes us into Halo World, where at the very least I have a railgun that's going to be my primary weapon for the rest of the game. I aimlessly wander shooting some obnoxious, barely visible cloaked enemies that, are just the same soldiers again. This is while I have to go support other teammates who haven't appeared in this game outside of radio chatter. So when I have to defend a base from invading soldiers and have to wander around for 10 minutes to find that last one that'll trigger the exit, I'm hoping that maybe this whole rebellion against the integrity plotline will start to build towards something. Right. Is mince a word that means I just had to kill like 20 of these guys so 5 doesn't seem like much of a threat? Oh no, we're captured again.
We can't keep meeting like this. I can see you frantically looking around, trying to work out if there's a way to escape from here, like a puzzle to solve or a convenient valve to twist.
Or maybe a friendly word of advice to help you out. You'd be amazed how easy it is to synthesize someone else's voice here in the gameverse.
Oh shit, this guy I've never met was impersonating a guy I've also never met. Man, I've got egg on my face.
See, we needed someone to lead us to the remaining Diasperados.
Okay, I guess I did that despite never finding them myself.
They told me to meet at a safe house in Calastria.
Calastria? Of course. The safe house.
Oh yeah, man, it's hitting me like the Bioshock reveal.
What, did you think you were so hot at first-person shooters that you kept getting away while everyone else was killed and captured?
Hey, you're the one who gave me an achievement for a killing spree.
Heather Quinn, this is Ross Baker. Head for the Sky platform. I've taken back the spawn points, but they won't hold forever.
Ross Baker? I know that name. You're from Eurosphere?
Yeah, Ross Baker is the protagonist of the novel.
The analog version was. Round here, they call me Bedlam.
Oh, okay, so we're not going to question this at all after the bad guy just imitated his voice for half the game. We just got to climb to the top of this thing through many copied and pasted buildings. Railgun is useful, though. I gotta take down a pixelated gunship, which the Integrity clearly brought from another game despite their, not wanting to cross those, and I gotta wait for it to kind of glitchily stop before I can hit it, and I'm not sure if that's part of the game. Like, if it's glitchy on purpose? Like, I'm not sure if this is supposed to be this jank. Bedlam tells us to get into one of those ships so he can dump some exposition on us during this scrolling shooter where dying has no consequences. Which is good, because it's just awkward bullet hell stuff.
Back out in reality, Eurosphere have decided to use DCs, aka digital consciousness, aka everybody in the fucking gameverse, for military experiments.
Just how far in the future are we since I was scanned?
It's been a while. No flying cars yet, but a lot has changed. Memento Mori has meant that DCs have rights. Nobody wants their near dead granny's digital self living out an eternity of combat scenarios.
Wait, hold on, stop. This actually sounds interesting. Like delving into those concepts, especially now when it's probably a lot more prescient since companies are actually making AI versions of dead relatives. I could be convinced to read a book that explores these topics. Oh, Nona, what's up? Haven't seen you since the funeral.
Hello again, my little bean. My cute blondie.
Okay, please don't say that while I'm doing the show, okay?
Oh, am I embarrassing you, sweetie? I know how you like to look all strong in front of your friends, like that Riley. He was trouble. And I hope you stayed away from your Uncle Frank.
Uh-huh, sure.
And always remember, no matter what, I'll always remember to put safety first and get your snow tires from the brand that I've trusted for almost 80 years, Firestone.
Hey, wait a minute, you always used to shill for Michelin. That's not my Nona! What did you do with my Nona?
So why am I so late to the party?
I was uploading a DC of myself to fight back against the Integrity when I discovered an early scan that had never been uploaded. You. I know that for you this hasn't happened yet. But I remembered you telling me you used to be a pretty good gamer.
That's it, that's the story. I mean, we still have an interminable section inside the glitch here where we have to face the same handful of monsters again, and also get infinite ammo, and climb, and climb, and climb, and climb, and climb, and climb. Until we get to the final boss, which throws tons of zombies at you. But you have to hit jump pads so you can fly and shoot this thing until the health bar is gone.
Oh, cheers. Because those Zen levels in Half-Life were so much fun. How about a jetpack?
Yeah, but what if I kill all the zombies and then just use the same jump pad over and over and shoot into the power core with no resistance whatsoever? Thrilling boss fight. Can't wait until we get to the thing's final form where it can, like, defend itself? Or maybe not, judging by most of the bosses in this game so far. But no, that was when the integrity was letting me win, so this should be much harder.
He's gone.
We killed him?
No, I mean, he's gone. The core wasn't a power source, it was the conduit. He's fucked off there. I could have drawn his power from somewhere else.
What?
He built a citadel here to conceal the fact that there's some gateway out of this place.
Alright, chasing what's-his-face through the portal. I expect to find him on some image board posting fucking slowpokes. Nope, it's straight to the credits and, swear to fucking God, the Athena Gralak doing Gangnam Style. I can't imagine a more perfect way to end this thing. Do you kids see the strange shit just growing in my Steam library? Like a loaf of bread left out for 1,000 years that's bloomed into a fungal forest. Maddening, isn't it? To see something try so hard to be almost another thing, while not understanding the nuances that made that thing good in the first place. That was the retro FPS scene before dusk, kids, and somehow the genre has exploded, and despite my pessimistic predictions, is still not dead, where you can pick up Brutal John 2. Wait, Brutal John 2? I don't hate sewer levels and Capstone? Oh, fuck. Oh God. In 10 years, I'm gonna be the dead meme.